I would like to introduce and open the first stage to the speaker, Mrs. Stéphanie Decker. Stéphanie Decker works at NOBATEK, and she is the project manager of the Nature4Cities project. She is going to introduce you to the Nature4Cities recipe for answering current challenges in renaturing cities. Stéphanie.
Hello. Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for coming today. I am delighted and honored that we are so many people to join the Nature4Cities Virtual Forum. In total, we are more than 100, which is amazing. We are coming from many different horizons: architects, landscape architects, consulting, environmental engineers, urban planners, municipalities, and many others, people with one common point, which is our interest for the nature-based solution. My name is Stéphanie Decker, and I speak to you from home at Bordeaux, in France. I work for NOBATEK in F4 in the coordination of this fantastic project. I am a mechanical engineer and I did a PhD in 2015 on the multi-objective optimization of timber building. More generally, I am specialized in multidisciplinary and multicultural design of sustainable buildings and urban projects. As we all are here, I am clearly interested by nature-based solutions as multifunctional solutions to sustainable construction and urban challenges, and I am very excited to participate in this Nature4Cities Virtual Forum, where we will see a lot of interesting developments. Nature4Cities is like a tree. It builds and reinforces its roots, the NBS knowledge, and its trunks, nature-based solution framework, before to develop branch, which are the methods, and leaves, the different tools, to assess nature-based solutions that finally lead to positive impacts, and nature-based solution projects has fruits. There is an urgent need to bring nature back into innovation, planning, and implementation driving thinking. This new technical and governance approach implies collaborative models driven by citizens, researchers, policymakers, and industry leaders, relying on participative process and sharing of best practice. For this, cities need practical support to foster their project to renature cities. Apart from the existence of technically appropriate NBS, there are many barriers, and the broad deployment of nature-based solutions related to both lack of knowledge of such complex, multicolor, and multifunctional systems and conventional urban planning tools and processes. Most nature-based solutions cannot be sold just as a replacement for conventional solutions, but require a new whole governance approach. Integrating nature-based solutions in urban planning requires both a change of mind in multiple stakeholders, new governance, business and financing models, and new integrated assessment capabilities. Nature4Cities aims at raising awareness about nature-based solutions and foster new collaborative models for nature-based solution uptake by developing a knowledge and decision support platform. The objectives are the following: improve the integration of nature-based solutions in urban and spatial planning, to build a new and active community network around nature-based solution. So please, if you did not already join it, and if you want to be updated about the different news we could provide from Nature4Cities, join our community. You can access to our community directly through our website. Another objective is also to offer high-quality decision support tools for renaturing cities to help you to assess and to design your nature-based solution project. And to do that, we also had to build a holistic assessment framework for nature-based solution, to develop a reference knowledge base on nature-based solution and best practice sharing, and to propose new governance, business, and financial models for NBS implementation. Nature4Cities is a H2020 project with 27 partners from 9 different countries. The consortium partners take a proactive part in the European Union dynamics for research and development and innovation at the crossing of urban planning and construction sector, environmental assessment and social sciences, innovation management and information and communication technology supporting tools. Nature4Cities research team is an interdisciplinary and international team. We have 6 leading research and technology organizations, 4 universities, 2 leading industrial organizations, 8 small and medium-sized enterprises, 2 clusters of stakeholders, and 4 cities providing pilot sites. Together, we first built the knowledge of Nature4Cities, so we built the knowledge on nature-based solution, and then we built a nature-based solution performance framework. Then, based on this knowledge, we developed different methodologies to assess the urban benefits related to the choice of a nature-based solution, to assess the environmental impact of nature-based solution, to assess the socio-economic impact of nature-based solutions, and also to suggest governance, business, and financing models for nature-based solutions. Finally, this platform will provide knowledge repositories, tools for the assessment of benefits, co-benefits, and costs of nature-based solution projects, as well as tools to manage stakeholders' participation processes. And all these different tools and repositories will be field tested on real nature-based solution projects with our 4 pilot cities. So, the objectives of the Nature4Cities platform are finally to provide 3 different access to this knowledge and tools. So, the user come first with different urban challenges and use the Nature4Cities platform, for instance, to create its nature-based solution from knowledge and inspirations, or to assess the benefits, co-benefits, and cost of the nature-based solution project he has to design. Or finally, he can use tools and guidelines to implement the nature-based solution projects. So I will first present to you the different elements we propose to create your nature-based solution project. So first, we developed a nature-based solution design framework. So to do that, we developed a nature-based solution definition and typology. We also developed a nature-based solution database, a pioneer project database, an implementation model typology, and also an urban challenges and indicators frameworks. And finally, in order to support the different municipalities to collect their data, we also developed data collection methodologies that will be also used on the project when we will do the demonstration of the different tools. So all these different elements will be presented during the session 2. For instance, one of our pilot city, Chankaya, has a project named Healthy Cities, Healthy Streets, which is at the very beginning of its definition. It aims to realize living streets with an active participation and inclusion of citizens, while it has to answer to an urban planning strategy that aims to increase the green areas per inhabitants and to promote walking, cycling, and public transportation. At the moment to start the project, the different stakeholders, so for instance the municipalities, the citizens, and so on, need inspiration about the type of NBS they can use to meet their main urban challenges. Therefore, within the Nature4Cities platform, cities like Chankaya can use our tools as an initial step to create their nature-based solution project, using their urban challenges as starting point to get knowledge and inspiration. Once they have created their nature-based solution project scenarios, cities need to assess them. In Nature4Cities, we developed 3 types of assessment tools that can be used depending on the objective. They will be presented in the session 3. So you will have the presentation of how to measure the environmental impact of your nature-based solution. And for that, Nature4Cities propose environmental assessment tools. There will have also another session about how to foresee the best place for your project. And for this topic, Nature4Cities propose urban assessment tools. And finally, the third will be about how to guarantee a project with positive financial and human impact. And you will have a presentation of the Nature4Cities socioeconomic assessment tools. All the different assessment tools will be tested and demonstrated on 12 different case studies that have been selected and chosen throughout our pilot sites. So we have 4 different municipalities. We have the City Metropolitano di Milano in Italy, we have Schengen in Hungary, we have Alcalá de Henares in Spain, and also Chankaya in Turkey. And finally, the last part and the last kind of tools proposed by Nature4Cities are the tools to implement your nature-based solution project. So this is about the new governance, business and financial models to foster nature-based solutions. So in this topic, we developed different elements also. We developed the step-by-step grid for co-production and co-creation of nature-based solutions. We developed an online collaboration platform, societal acceptance and barriers methodology to implementation of nature-based solution, and a socioeconomic assessment of nature-based solution implementation models. And finally, these implementation models are also provided through the pre-selector that will guide the user to finally use the best implementation models to recreate. And the following session will be about the Nature4Cities platform itself. So the Nature4Cities knowledge and assessment platform. It will be presented just after this presentation. As you can see, it is finally composed by 3 different elements. One element is about the access to nature-based solution related knowledge, pre-selection and replicability tools. And also to assess the benefits, co-benefits and cost of your NBS projects. And finally, there will have also a part in this platform about the access to local participation processes and nature-based solution community. This leads us to the final program of the event. So as you can see there, we have different sessions. So the first one is about the presentation of Nature4Cities and the overall platform. The session 2 will be about the creation of your NBS project. The session 3 will be the presentation of the tools to assess your NBS project. And finally, the session 4 will be about the tools to implement your NBS project. There are a huge variety of people that are connected today, which is very good because all together we have the power to implement such solutions and to collect the positive feedbacks that you will provide to us. It's already started to be available. Some part of the tools will be available since May and June. However, the first version of the complete platform will be available probably more at the end of the project. That will be closed in April 2021. Why? Because we need to improve it, to test it also from our side. So probably we will have some beta version available before, but the first version could be only available at the end of the project, as we need to do the demonstration activities before to provide this first version.
The answer is yes, of course. We are going to publish them at the project website, nature4cities.eu. So in case you're interested, of course, you're always invited to go there and check the presentation content.
Of course, it will probably continue to evolve with other projects, not with Nature4Cities, but probably with other projects. and it will be recruited probably because some tools will have some limitations because we focus on some elements during the project, and so it will be needed to continue the development after the project. I will answer that for the moment, no, they are not open source. However, it's something we have to discuss. Maybe some of them will be, but I cannot guarantee that. So we have to discuss that between the different partners of the consortium. Maybe part of the tools could be, but probably not all. And if they are all web-based, for the moment, most of the tools will be web-based. Only some methodological tools or some particular tools are not complete and will not be web-based. But it's just some tools. Most of the tools will be web-based. Yes.
It's not an easy questions because definitely it's something that we still need to discuss about the after project, and we have still 1 year before to finalize the project. So currently it's something that we start to discuss, and so we have to define this, especially within the business model, where we will define which kind of consultancy service we will develop.
Yeah, maybe I think it could be interesting for people to know that, of course, there will be some service testing in our city partner, in our partner cities, where training about the platform and the tools is being tested. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's, I think, one good answer. And the second thing is that, of course, once the platform is operable and online, we will be looking for test users. So basically for you, and we would enjoy to integrate people into that. So if you would sign up for our newsletter and voice your interest towards the consortium, we can further collaborate on that.
Yes, definitely. We will do 2 kinds of tests. We will do the test directly with our pilot cities. So this will be definitely the first test and probably the most intense one. And then we will need to have other external feedbacks, and so we will be looking for collaboration with other people. So definitely, if you are interested, do not hesitate to tell us.
One quick addition to this, when you subscribe to our newsletters, there is a question asking you if you would like to contribute. And if you cross this choice, then when we are going to look for test users, we will contact you directly to propose you to contribute. So when you subscribe to the newsletter, do not hesitate to cross the choice, I want to contribute.
And finally, we invite you to join us on social media. Thank you.